Shoo-wee! You saying that right there's a 2-bore?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe I've ever seen anything like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, how about you pick it up and I'll get your picture with it.
All right, that sounds like a good idea.
Why do you look so sad? Give me a smile.
No, I don't smile.
Oh, come on. Give me a big smile.
Well, all right.
Oh!
What?
Nothing, I'm okay. My heart skipped a beat for a second. I'm fine. Let's try again. Give me a big smile.
Okay, all right.
Ah!
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm okay. Let's do it one more time. You're gonna give me a big smile. And I'm gonna count to 3, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whoa.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'll send that to you, buddy. Looks great.
Yeah, send it on over to my jitterbug.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And you may not know this, but we have hit my 4-year anniversary since my 50 cal accident. For those of you that don't know, 4 years ago, I had a 50 BMG explode in my face. Long story short, I had some ammunition that I was unaware was faulty and producing upwards of 4 times the normal operating pressures of a 50 BMG. As you can imagine, that did not end well. The gun exploded, breaking several bones in my face, my orbital bone, my nose. I went blind in my right eye, broke this finger, had a lacerated jugular, a punctured right lung, and lost a lot of bodily fluid. And the only reason we were able to make it to the hospital was from shoving my thumb into my own throat. Hence the shirts, just put a thumb in it, for those of you who are new to the channel and do not understand what that means. There are a lot of other things that occurred that day and probably other injuries that I failed to mention, and if you want to watch that original video, you can click the link in the description down below. But since then, I have fully recovered. They had to completely bone saw me open, including my collarbone, to remove a giant piece of metal from my lung, along with lots of other small pieces. Had to repair that lung, my jugular. I have titanium plates in my face, and they had to pin this finger back together. I give thanks to God that all I am left with now is a 15-inch neck scar, and my right eye is slightly blurry sometimes, and these gums are still numb, but that's about it. There was a point in time when I was laying in a hospital bed, and I did not think I would ever get to shoot another large bore firearm again and continue pursuing my passions. But that is why every year I try to find a bigger gun to celebrate my anniversary. And the one we have today kind of makes my neck itch, and hence to the newest anniversary shirt this year, we have 50 cals make my neck itch. Here at the bottom, you have 1,460 days since last accident. Hopefully I don't have to change that after today. On this side, you have the Kentucky Ballistics logo, and on this side, you have the thumb logo. These are only going to be available for the next 30 days, and there is a link in the description down below. Now it is time for me to introduce you to the newest addition to the channel, and boy, is it a big one. Today, I present to you the Mule. The Mule is a custom-built 2-bore blunderbuss. It is named the Mule because it is going to kick me like a mule. This is basically Punt Gun Junior. The Punt Gun is a 1-bore that shoots a 1-pound ball, but the Mule is a 2-bore blunderbuss that fires a 1/2-pound ball. That is a 3,500 grain projectile. For some reference, the 4-bore is 2,100 grains, and the 950 JDJ is 2,500 grains. Also, this behemoth only weighs 16 pounds and has a steel butt plate. I'm guessing that the Mule is probably going to kick me harder than any other firearm that I own. This thing will probably produce more felt recoil than the 950 JDJ, and that thing is producing 300 pounds of felt recoil. So let me give you a close-up of this. As you can see here, the Mule is a true 2-bore measuring 1.32 inches in diameter. Like I said, this thing weighs 16 pounds, has a 24-inch barrel, and is fueled by black powder. I am very excited to try this thing out. Yes, it is going to be brutal, but also a very rare experience. There's probably only a handful of people throughout history that have had the pleasure of firing a true 2-bore, which is 1.32 inches in diameter. There's probably only 5, now 6, in the entire world that even exist. So let's go get loaded up and finally try this thing out. The time is upon us to ride the lightning. The mule is loaded up with 300 grains of black powder and a half-pound 2-bore lead ball. Just for reference, that is about 64 .556 bullets. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie, but also very excited. Here we go. I'm going to have a looser stance. Oh, wow! Wow! I'm gonna say that the 2-bore blunderbuss is nothing to shake a stick at. I believe that is our new hole. Let me see here. I'm gonna shove my stick down in there. I made it about that far in, but I do not think. Yeah, that's it right there. That's pretty deep. So now I have the mule loaded up with another 300 grains of black powder and a half-pound lead ball, and I'm gonna try to hit that steel target over there, but that could be a little difficult because the blunderbuss does not have a sight. Okay. Oh! We managed to knock it over. This thing truly does kick like a mule. So I don't know if you know this or not, but these steel targets are not easy to knock over. So the fact that we plowed this thing over is pretty impressive. Looks like I hit right there, which isn't too bad for a firearm that does not have a front sight on it. Smacked this thing, knocked it clean over, and then I assume whatever was left of that half-pound lead ball went that way. I will say, this thing is kicking very hard. Normally with, say, the 950 JDJ or the 4-bore, I can shoot it a few times before my shoulder actually starts throbbing. But after 2 shots with the 2-bore, my shoulder is already feeling it, and that steel butt plate is not helping. Glad you could make it. Unfortunately for you, everything is working out fine today. Yeah. The nerve of those guys. Oh, that was almost the greatest table flip in the history of table flips. So what's really great about this 2-bore blunderbuss is it's pretty much a punt gun junior. This thing can shoot just about anything you can cram down its giant hole. But for now, we're gonna start out by trying out some cornflake shot. These are basically just giant flakes of lead. They should be pretty nasty, and I'm gonna have a whole ½ pound in the mule, and I'm gonna fire it at a 5-gallon water jug. We are all loaded up with our cornflakes. Let's start out the day with a nice, healthy breakfast. Here we go. All right, smells like a bunch of rotten eggs over here. Let's take a look at our 5-gallon water jug. It got busted up pretty good. Oh, man, ripped that thing apart. So those corn flakes were nutritious and delicious, but now I have another 5-gallon water jug, and this time we're gonna hit it with buckshot. So a normal 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch buckshot round holds about 9 pellets of buckshot. And that is what buckshot looks like. The mule is gonna be able to hold a ½ pound of buckshot. So that's around 70 pellets. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of a storm blowing in. Okie dokie, ½ pound of buckshot. Here we go. Man, that kicks the snot out of you every single time. Completely destroyed my 5-gallon water jug. There's actually one buckshot pellet left in there. The only downside is it's going to be really hard to get these things refilled at the store. 5-gallon water jugs are cool and all, but I think we need something a little bigger for the 2-bore blunderbuss. So how about a steel 55-gallon drum of water? ½ pound ball at a 55-gallon drum. Here we go. Now that right there, that's a big old hole. Oh, so we made it through the 55-gallon drum, blew out the back. This is great because my hands are dirty. So I'm going to get those all nice and clean. Not really sure where the ball went though. Brakes on that truck aren't working too good. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought about the Blunderbuss in the comment section down below. Be sure and pick up a 4-year anniversary shirt. Link in the description down below. Give this video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.